Hi everyone, this is my 3351 Synthesis project by me, Sarah Etterback. Today we will be talking about everything we learned in 3351 and how these topics connect and relate to each other to help students learn how to read. Here are the big five of reading. The big five include phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and text comprehension. Phonological awareness, phonics, and fluency are all a part of decoding. Vocabulary, text comprehension, and fluency again are all part of comprehension. Phonological awareness is the sound of speech, or in other words, the awareness of the spoken language. It is an important predictor of future reading skills. Phonological awareness is an umbrella term. It includes phonemic awareness, awareness of sounds, phonemes, the smallest unit of sound, and the building blocks for creating words, and phonics, the study of phonemes and their letter symbols. Phonics is the sound and letter relationship. The first level of phonics is the alphabetic principle. Phonics is not related to comprehension. My kindergartner struggled a lot with phonics because when we come to a word she didn't know, she would guess on what the word is. When we'd break the word apart and I would ask her to focus on the first letter and the sound it made, she would give me a bunch of different sounds because she didn't understand the letter-sound relationship. Fluency is a part of decoding and comprehension. Fluency is sounding like you are talking. The five characteristics of fluency are pausing, phrasing, stress, intonation, rate, and integration, which is how you connect all the characteristics. Vocabulary. Reading is the single most important factor for increasing word knowledge. A student needs to know vocabulary to be fluent in reading, the last big five part we just talked about. Vocabulary connects to comprehension because when word knowledge increases, comprehension will increase as well. My mentor teacher would always make anchor charts for all the vocabulary that would be covering in the lesson, so students could see the definitions of their new words while reading. She would also go through the vocabulary before the reading and during the reading so students were comfortable with these new words and knew how to use them to comprehend the story better. Text comprehension. Text comprehension is how students get knowledge from the text and how they process the new information to use it. Text comprehension can be broken into different categories. Thinking within the text includes searching for new information, monitoring and self-correcting, solving words, maintaining fluency, adjusting, and summarizing. Thinking about the text includes analyzing and critiquing. Thinking beyond the text includes predicting, making connections, synthesizing, what we're doing in this project, and inferring. Factors affecting comprehension include background knowledge, connections, vocabulary, one of the big five, fluency, another one of the big five, and comprehension strategies and skills practiced in balanced literacy. Motivation and engagement. I saw firsthand how important engagement is in my placement this year. My mentor teacher read a text called Who Killed Cock Robin? And the students were so excited to solve the mystery. The kids who never asked questions were making observations and were hanging on every word of the story. After the story, we had an amazing in-depth conversation about the book because the students really were able to comprehend it on a deeper level. Balanced literacy. These are all the different reading strategies to work on the big five skills with students. An interactive read out loud is students and the teacher thinking and responding to the text together. The teacher pauses during the reading to check for students' comprehension and vocabulary, two of the big five, and the teacher models great fluency during the reading, another one of the big five. Shared reading. Teacher and students share the reading together. Students get a chance to practice their phonics and phonological awareness skills while reading the text. Students' comprehension increases because of teachers' encouragement. Guided reading. The student reads with the teacher. The student receives encouragement and while practicing decoding and comprehension skills from the big five of reading. When we did our first guided reading with my kindergartner, my student was reading, when she was reading her story, she would stop and ask me comprehension questions. I thought this was so great because her word knowledge and her vocabulary had increased so much she was able to look more in depth at the comprehension of the story. Independent reading. Student reads completely by themselves and uses all 5 of the big 5 reading skills to understand the text. Conclusion. The big 5 of reading skills are what students need to know in order to understand the text, and the best way for students to learn these skills is through a balanced literacy program.